how the heck can you come to a state like Arizona, live here, and Tucson, when we had, and say there's no such thing as white privilege or racism, when there's been not one, but two laws that have been deemed racist by a federal lawyer in the past 11 years. And here's the law. I know you go after people, man, and I got my facts.
Buckle up.
All right, cool. I'm ready. So in 2003, Tucson Unified School District created a program called Mexican American Studies. You know what it is?
Sounds pretty self-evident.
It's critical race theory what you're against.
Okay.
So in 2000, it was made to close the achievement gap for Latino students, for European American students. TUSU has 75% Latino students. In 2007, we caught up. This is right around the time where Tom Horn, the state superintendent, saw this. He called these classes racist, teaching to overthrow the government. He lied and said they were segregating these schools, segregating the students. But here's the thing, he never went to a class. And he tried 3 different times, in 2007, 2008, 2009, and by 2010, Governor Jan Brewer signed the law that banned these classes. The only reason why he saw this, because he saw that Latinos were catching up. In 2017, a federal judge deemed that the law was racist and that his whole point of view was racist, and it was the 14th Amendment that was wrong for us. He deemed these classes that were racist the whole time. So I want to know, how can you come here and tell me there's no such thing as white privilege and no such thing as racism?
Easily. There's no such thing as white privilege or racism. So well, there's racism, but it's not institutional. I mean,
so are you saying the judge was wrong?
Of course. I mean, judges could be wrong all the time without specific knowledge of what you're talking about with that. But here's the most obvious way I could debunk what you're saying, which is you assume Jan Brewer signed it because she hates Latino people. Is that right?
It came out that she has. It's been proven.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Whoa. What evidence do you have that Jan Brewer hates Latino people?
If you go watch the documentary about Raza Studies.
What?
It's been go watch this. Go watch the documentary called Raza Studies. It's about Mexican American studies.
La Raza Studies?
Raza Studies.
Okay. Well, yeah, not exactly well versed in that, but
what's wrong with that?
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. It sounds interesting. But I suppose the question is, would there be another explanation for Jan Brewer doing that, or are you going to blame?
She signed another law called SB 1070.
So what about SB 1070?
What's wrong? Do you know what SB 1070 is?
Tell me what it is.
It's basically a law for an officer to pull me over and ask for my papers when I've never even been to Mexico.
Okay, well, I think people should be asked for their papers regardless of the skin color.
Okay, so then we go. Here's white privilege.
Why is that white privilege?
Okay, here we go.
How's that white privilege?
Here we go. Who are they going to ask for their papers, me or you?
I get asked for papers all the time when I get
pulled
over. Yeah, I can show you my pile of driver's tickets.
Do you get asked to prove that you're a citizen of the United States?
Hold on a second. First of all, I get asked for my driver's license all the time when I get pulled over. In fact, every time I get pulled over, I get asked for my driver's license, okay? So, but here's the one thing. Hold on. Do you really think that you're being pulled over just because of the color of your skin?
Dude, it's happened many times.
Hey, guess what? I get pulled over too.
You're never gonna know it because you don't look like me, man.
Wait, hold on.
You're never gonna have to know my struggles.
Wait, I mean, this is the problem. I'm just going to give you a piece of advice. Honestly, you complimented me and Candace Owens. You're looking at the world as a victim. Okay, you're looking at the world as if there's systemic racism and the evil white man that's trying to crush you. It's a lie. It's a lie that is designed to keep you down. It's a lie that is designed to try and disempower you. And white people get pulled over all the time to be asked for their papers. And if a non-citizen does not have their papers, they should be deported from this country if they do not have their papers.
That's right. That is right.
So please go ahead.
All right, before you start saying I'm playing that victim thing, I'm never going to call myself a victim, but I'm not blind to the fact that my journey is going to be different than someone that doesn't look like me.
You're right. So you know how it's going to be different? It's going to be easier for you. It's because affirmative action laws benefit people of color above white applicants to certain universities. In Texas, if you try to get Regeneron or monoclonal antibodies, the specific position of the Texas Health and Human Services is we only give Regeneron to Hispanic and black people and not to white people. At State Street Capital Advisors, if you want to be a financial manager, you know they're not allowed to hire white people without board permission, yet they can hire Hispanic people and black people as much as they want. Do you know that United Airlines wants to double the amount of Hispanic and black pilots and try to hire less white pilots? You're right. You and I have it different. And currently, the current regime and status quo is making it easier for you. You have privilege.
Damn. That would piss me off. He came out there with all that shit.
He wasn't prepared to debate. He didn't articulate well.
I love how you turn it around after I threw facts at you. You're telling to go backwards like this, but the facts is it's there. The facts is that these laws that you say that were good.
I never said they were good.
Are they good laws? You're turning it around.
I said they very well could have been repealed for other reasons than racism, but I am saying this, that you're saying that it's a more difficult journey. I'm saying the opposite. I'm saying right now in America, you have every opportunity. In fact, it's even more than that. You have preference. As a person of color, it's easier for you to succeed than your white counterpart in this room right now. You are given a hand up. You are given discrimination in your favor right now.
That's 100% not true, bro. It's that BS that you be teaching right now.
Thanks for being here tonight. Appreciate it.
What?
Yeah.
That's 100% not true, bro. It's that BS that you be teaching right now.
Thanks for being here tonight. Appreciate it. All right, enough. All right, I don't know what you're saying. All right, thank you. Next question. Appreciate it. And let me just say this final thing. I encourage you to really think deeply and say, thanks for coming. I encourage you to ask this. Is like, you say that the journey will be different regardless of skin color. And how about this? For our Latino conservatives here, do you like when you hear stuff like this? He doesn't like, and by the way, I just encourage.
Oh, shit.
And he's darker, so yeah. And so, by the way, can you come up? Can you come up to the line? Go to the line. Yeah. Okay. So, I just want to ask our friend, our volunteer, our Turning Point. What's your name? Daniel. Daniel Fuentes. Daniel Fuentes. Daniel, our journey's different. Does skin color matter?
Our journeys are different, bro, because like you say, we're one united under God. I have been pulled over by cops many times. Most 99.9% of the times, these cops have treated me in the nicest ways. Cops that are probably look nothing like me. Every single Turning Point event that I have been to, where obviously I could tell all of my Caucasian brothers and sisters, they have treated me in the nicest of ways. It has always been whites kind of on the left that have always mistreated me. I've gotten more mistreated from whites on the left than on the right for being a Latino conservative.
God bless you, and thank you, Daniel. Thank you both. Appreciate it. We'll get to the next question. Thank you. We'll go to the next question. Thank you.
Me and Brock was just talking about that too.
Let's go, Brandon.
We were just talking about how this one kid.
I would rather deal with a racist conservative. I'm sorry. We were talking about that.
Oh, yeah. I think
you come in with me with that weak ass talking and then be then be racist. I'm gonna be mad. But I'd rather you just have it on you, hit me back, boy.
No. But about what he said, I wouldn't say that it's necessarily. I would say it's even. Y'all know how I stand on this. I think that it's even, but I wouldn't say it's easier for a black person just because of the black culture and the influences that black people have.
Okay, if we take that away, they just helping a lot of people to try to help them to succeed, especially in schools and stuff like that.
But you gotta choose. It's just I think one of the biggest problems in our community is our decision making.
Look, we can talk about the community all day. Let's talk about the papers. Like, is that racist?
No, that's not racist.
Look, I actually seen a guy.
If you get pulled over, you show your license.
I seen a guy on the road today, and I seen like he was something happened to where something splashed on him or something like that. He was in a bad situation. He had a baby. He had a girlfriend. Car was pretty old, and I seen the police helping him. So I was like, this would never happen in a different country, probably. That guy would be just out there stranded. So America, we have a ton of help on whatever race you are. Yeah. But I'm gonna be real, about the paper situation. I feel like
it's not racist.
It's okay. It's not But
It's
I
not
mean,
racist.
okay,
I don't know if it's
his-
racist. Everyone's gonna get pulled
Yeah,
over.
definitely.
Is he saying they,
But, like,
they don't
they're all gonna-
take his driver's license isn't enough? They like show something
okay,
else?
okay.
No,
That's intense.
he's saying that when he gets pulled over as a Mexican, they're making him prove that he is a citizen of the United States.
But don't
There's
they
nothing
make you
wrong.
do that by showing your license?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we all do that.
Yeah.
You gotta prove you're
well,
a
You
driver.
gotta show your license. You
That's
gotta
true.
show your
That
social
shows
security.
you, yeah.
Well, if it's just a license here, well, then that whole thing is debunked. Then. But if
You're
he's
mad
talking
'cause
like,
you got
oh,
pulled
yeah,
over and showed your license?
that's true. That's true.
I don't know.
You think- you think-
I was thinking like
when he
actual
says
papers.
papers, I think he means
Right.
like green
How
card
am I gonna
papers.
show
Maybe
my
his
papers?
argument. Maybe his
But
argument
like
is
you
they
have
ask
to be
for
a
more.
citizen of the United States to even have a driver's license.
Exactly.
So,
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, so if it's just a driver's license,
I mean,
that guy was
I
stupid
mean,
as hell.
I mean,
But-
that's kind of the point.
Yeah.
How else you gonna show some certificates that you
also-
live here?
I don't even think the fact that you live here, you just got to prove that you're a citizen. I mean, it's a freaking
And-
border state. Like, obviously, you
Yeah.
don't have illegals. They're trying to keep
Yeah.
illegals out. If they're trying to keep illegals out, they got to find a way to identify them. That's how they do that.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I don't really
That's,
see the
if that's their
problem.
protocol, then hey, that's just what United States
I
protocol
know.
is. If you,
I
if you
really
are here,
can't.
you have
I really can't
That's what
say
it is.
that that's illegal. Like
Yeah,
you're a
that's nothing wrong
Latino
with that,
American. There's
nothing wrong
you
with
guys border Mexico where there's Mexicans who are Latino. Obviously, they're gonna have to figure out who's supposed to be here
Yeah.
and who's not.
So, like-
unfortunately, you're going to be targeted because there's
Yeah.
people who look
I
like
was
you
gonna say
that
that.
are not supposed to be here that
I
are
was
there.
gonna say that. I was gonna say
It's
that.
the same way with us.
And
When you
another
said what I was
thing,
gonna
what I'll say, he said there's no such thing as systematic racism. I think that there is, but it's more so. Vivek talked about that in our interview, but it's more so from the left with things like systematically making black people think that you're on the losing team, giving money for fatherless houses, encouraging things like BLM and things like this. And I think I would have to look more into it, but Vivek brought that up. He was like, yeah, there is, but it's not from the side that you think. And things like the almost the affirmative action and stuff. And then there was another example. We were just talking about it. Me and Tosh, what were we talking about the other day? Shit.
It was today.
It was today. What was we talking? It was what was the situation?
When they was how the prison, how they made them into slaves. You talking about when we was talking about that, bro?
I forgot,
Louisiana
man.
have slave. They turn
I
you into
forgot.
a slave. You're a slave in Louisiana.
That's what I was talking about.
Yes.
I was. It was just like
It was dealing
they
with that.
use. Okay, so like the biggest prison is Angola, and that used to be a plantation. So they basically used I think that. They use basically prison as how they get, they get free labor out of people. So
Yeah.
like slavery. Okay. I think a lot of the policies and the ideologies that come from the left is what's causing all of these people to go, not saying like causing them to go to jail, but it definitely doesn't help when you think you're on the losing team and you get rewarded for bad behavior. Like if you do something wrong and I don't tell you that I think that's wrong, then I'm wrong. I feel like a lot of the times the left is just so they just let people do whatever they want as long as it feels good. But no, if it's wrong, it's wrong. And you don't really care about someone if you don't tell them when they're wrong.
You know what's crazy? We genuinely tried to come on here and stay in the middle, but it's genuinely so hard to stay in the middle.
No, I picked my side. I don't care. Crucify me.
Well, I think it's a
hard,
logic.
bro.
It's between logic and feelings.
Emotion. Yeah, that's huge. That's a big part of it.
You know what? That might be the biggest thing. Yeah, you're
That
right.
is.
Yeah,
It's pretty cut and
probably
dry.
is. Yeah. Let us know what y'all think about this. Y'all just debunked everything. I thought the guy had a little argument at first. We're out of here. Yeah, I thought he did.